Hi folks, Ken Ivy with Living Water Digital, and today I'm going to share with you how to optimize your chamber listing to get you more traffic to your website and more eyeballs on your marketing material. So let's get started. Okay, so this is something that could very well pay for your chamber membership. You're going to get more traffic this way, and it's going to be better traffic. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that we can do to maximize that, and tell you why a little bit. So one of the things that you really want to do is you want to be found for your business name as well as the name of the product or service that you do. So one of the reasons that chamber website links are so valuable is they're highly regarded by Google and other search engines. As you can see here, if I type in Living Water Digital, I've got my website, a couple of things on my website, my LinkedIn business page, and my chamber page here. So that just shows you that chamber websites have a lot of clout with Google and other search engines. So before we get started, what I really want you to do, especially if you're a local business and do business locally, okay? It still works if you're a chain or something like that. But for your primary location, I want you to do this. I want you to look up in Google, okay, what it is you do. And for this purpose, I've just picked Assisted Living Manitowoc. And I'm going to pick Felician Village here for that. And so what you want to do is you want to look at your Google Maps listing, and they call it Google My Business now. And you want to make sure that you have your exact information from Google My Business. And we're going to take that information and put it into our directory listing in the chamber. Very important. Now this works at our chamber and it works at most any chamber that uses Chamber Master software. And there were a lot of those people. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on this listing. Okay, so for this listing, we've got all the information we need to transfer to Chamber Master. And what this does is this matches what Google's got on you, on your business, to what we're putting into the chamber. And that's important because it helps a lot in search to have the exact same information. So we're going to copy this information, and you can also copy that, the phone number. But make sure you get your address and phone number exactly as it is listed in Google, and then copy that to a text file like Notepad or TextEdit or something like that. And just hold on to that for a second. Okay, now that you've got your information from Google, copy and paste it to a text file, we're able to go through the steps of somebody taking a look at your listing. Let's see what we've got, and then we'll go in and edit it. So I'm going to look in the business directory here, and I'm going to take a look. Now this is one of those things, your business listing on the chamber website is probably one of the most underutilized features and probably the most powerful feature, especially online for marketing, that you've ever used. Now most people don't even bother to do anything other than put their basic primary info, but there's a whole lot more you can do, and we're going to step through that. So let me show you what my listing looks like, and then we'll go through how I got it to do that. So I'm going to click on marketing. I'm going to find my listing. Okay. So as luck would have it, they've got me on the bottom, which is not probably the best thing. But if I click here, it's going to take me to my listing. Also, if I click on the map, it's going to take me to my listing and the map for direction. So a lot of people will either call you, they'll click to call, or they'll click on the map if they want to go to your business and do business. And sometimes they'll click on your information. So either way, you're going to end up basically in the same spot. So I'm just going to go click on map just to show you that mine's a little bit unique. Okay, so I click on map, and so instead of seeing a map, we see this. This is basically what I call a call to action. Okay, this is telling people what to do. Now, they're expecting a map because they want to know where I'm at. Now, I give them that information. This is the information I've copied from Google, and that's the address right there. Okay, but I don't run a business where people come to see me very much. Usually, I go to their office, and so as a consultant, that's basically how I do business. So there's really no need for them to use a map. So, and really what I want them to do is go to my about page because I've really got that optimized, and I can do a whole lot more good than I can just giving a picture of a map to a place that they'll probably never visit. Now, if you're a local business, a retail spot or something like that, you may very well want to put your map there. And there are options for that. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But anyway, I've created a little graphic here that tells people what to do. And this is the first thing that pops up. It's very eye-catching, and they know that's what I want them to do. So hopefully that's what they will do. I also have a picture that's kind of my branding, and I've got it faded out just a little bit because I don't want that to be the center. I do want them to know, okay, they can associate this as Ken, and that's what Ken has on his LinkedIn and his business page and all of the other places that I'm out there online. And I also have kind of a subtle reference to one of the websites that I run, fastreputationreport.com. So people can see that and know that I'm associated with that website. But really, that's kind of a behind the scenes, a subtle, yes, you're in the right spot kind of thing, rather than a marketing piece. So really what I want them to do is click about to connect. And if they do that, then they're going to see some really cool stuff. Now, most of you have a little bit of text, maybe some company history or something like that. But right now, Chamber Master, the way it works, allows you to embed some stuff in there that's a little bit cooler than just text. Now, I'm doing a couple of these things for a specific reason. I really want to connect with my audience. Now, this isn't the video I would normally have up there. This is one of my Manitowoc Buzz videos, which is another website and TV show I do. So I put this in there just for demonstration. Okay, so I've embedded a video in there, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. What I've also done is included a couple of links. Now, these are HTML hyperlinks. So if I click on that, it's going to take me to that website. And the same thing with this. Now, I do that because the Chamber is, like I said, a very valuable piece of real estate. It's an authority website in the eyes of the search engine. And so a link coming from the Chamber is much more valuable to your business or organization than a link from a basic directory. A Chamber website is a trusted website. So if you can get a link, all the better. Now, there are different ways to put links. Like this link here is just the website URL, the address. You could just as easily do like I've done here. And I put some keywords, Manitowoc Events News Directory. And if I click the link, it goes to manitowocbuzz.com. So this is my keyword that I'm using for that link. I also indicate that it's on channel 20 on Comcast here in Manitowoc. Here's the caveat. Again, this works now. It may not always work. It's all according to what Chamber Master allows or disallows. So right now it works. So right now, take advantage of it. And if it stops working, then we'll figure something else out, right? So anyway, right now, the way to do this, and I'll get into this later, but there's only so much you can put as far as characters on your About page. And so I'm limited to what I can do. But this video here allows me to, if I wanted to, upload a video introducing me, my services, and inviting people to connect with me on the phone or whatever. I can also set it up on a click-to-call thing on my YouTube page. So that's a little bit higher level stuff. I'm not going to get into that here. But if you have questions about that kind of thing, certainly give me a call, shoot me an email, something like that. So this is, for better or worse, my Chamber business page, and it has its own URL, and you can link to it and stuff like that. But this is where people end up if they're searching for you on the Chamber website. So they've got all your contact information. There's your website link. You've got LinkedIn and Facebook, phone number, address. Like I say, make sure this stuff matches what Google has for you. And it has hours of your business, stuff like this. So this is the About page. That's where I want people to end up, because if they click on the video and watch it, then they'll hear me talking about how I can help them with their business, do marketing and stuff like that. So for you, it'd be the same thing. If you were a senior care company, you could tell them about how great you treat all of your clients. Same thing with auto repair, whatever. You just want to introduce yourself and tell people, yes, you're at the right place. You do what they searched for. And if you've got any kudos or something like that, testimonials, things like that, reviews, that's good to include that kind of stuff in the mix too. But you want a very brief video, 2 or 3 minutes max, and that's something you can do right here. And like I said, you can do that now. I don't know if it's going to be doing it tomorrow. But for now it works, so for now, why not take advantage of it? So the other tab is the rep info, and that basically is kind of a duplicate of the stuff here. So I don't know what else I could do with that. But the map, you can manipulate some of the stuff on the map. So that's what I've done here. I've included an image, which normally would probably be a map image, but I created an image to tell people what I want them to do once they find me on the map. Let's go back. So this is the search page again. Like I said, if they clicked here instead, it's going to take them right to my About page. And that's where I want them to end up, but they don't necessarily always click on that. So if they land on the map, I tell them to click on that. So that's it. That's what a optimized chamber directory listing looks like. And it's pretty easy to do, so let me help walk you through that. So the way to do this, let me go ahead and just close this tab. I want to go back to the chamber website. Here we go. Okay, so in order to edit your listing, what you're going to have to do is log in to the website. So your member login is right up here. On different chambers, they may have different places where they have the member login link, and that takes you to the chamber master type thing. If you look down here at the bottom, you'll see it says right there in the corner, manitowoc.chambermaster/login. So you know that's the right link. So I'm going to click that. Now, if you don't have your login information, you can certainly get that from anyone at the chamber office. They'll have that information to help you set that up. But before you do that, save everybody a little time and use this link here. Forgot your username and password. That'll walk you through the steps of getting a new one. So long as your email address is right, as long as you know that one, you should be able to retrieve and or reset your password without having to contact anybody. So anyway, I've got my info in here. I'm going to click submit, or you can also log in with Google or Facebook. I'm not going to show you how to do that, but if you click one of those, it will walk you through those steps. Okay, so now I'm logged in, and this is the welcome screen, and it talks a little bit about what's going on. It says my company profile is 100%, and that's where you want to be. You want it to be 100%. They also have links, so you can upgrade your listing here, and there are paid options where you can have, I don't see it now, but on the regular chamber site, they have little banner ads and stuff like that, and you can add more pictures and things of that nature. So let's see. Yeah. In my case, I could click that and send an email to Ward Thompson and do that. But right now, I'm going to show you how to just optimize your basic listing. This is not upgraded. I've got just a regular listing right now. And so that's what you do. You just go through the steps here. Personal info. That's going to be info about you as the representative of your company or organization. And this is all basic information here. There's nothing special. One thing you can do here on your personal bio is talk a little bit about yourself, of course, but you can also add links. So adding a link is pretty easy. Like this one goes to my my personal website. This one goes to my Manitowoc Buzz website. This is a click to call link off of my website, and this is an email link. And then down here is a link to my Fast Reputation Report. So you can add a link to text just by hovering over the text, selecting it. I just double clicked it to select it. And you can click this little link here, and it gives you the options. So if you wanted to create a URL to your website, then you would just type your website name in here and click OK. If you wanted to click or send an email, then you could put your email address. You can even fill out the subject and the message body as a kind of a template thing. And then just click OK, and then that'll put your link in there. I'm going to X out of that because I don't need to change that. But that's how you do it. And so if I click here and I click the link, it's going to show you that URL. So this is the URL to one of my websites. And so since they allow you to do this in your bio, you may as well do it, because that's just another link from an authority site to your web page or one of your web properties. So I'm not going to save any of that. But like I said, this is all basic info. The most important thing is down here on your bio and making sure that you at least have a link to your organization or business. Username and password I'm not going to talk about. because there's no reason to. I can't change your username or password or whatever, and that's not going to help you in the search engine. So let's click on photo. Now you can put a regular photo of yourself, and that's basically this is kind of the same photo I use for a lot of my branding. And in this case, I've also included a link to one of my sites, the fastreputationreport.com site. So that's just a little extra bit of branding / marketing that I can take advantage of using the photo. The photo doesn't necessarily have to be of me, although I'd recommend you include yourself in that photo. But it could be just text saying, hey, call me, or whatever your marketing message might be. So that's pretty straightforward. You just upload an image. Groups and interests. Now, in our website, we don't have any groups or interests right now. Your chamber may be different and have that. If so, go ahead and plug into that. Social networks. And our chamber is letting you put in your LinkedIn address and your Facebook address. Okay, so you probably could put your LinkedIn personal or business page. I do have LinkedIn business pages. And you can put in your Facebook, your personal Facebook, or your Facebook business page. Now, I would definitely, for LinkedIn, my strategy is to use the LinkedIn of my profile so they can see me and all the things that I do, because I'm associated with more than just my business. And then Facebook, I don't necessarily want everyone in the world who goes to the chamber site to come and look at my personal Facebook page. Not that there's anything terribly controversial there. But I prefer that they go to my business page. And quite honestly, I don't do a whole lot on my business page in Facebook, but if you do, that's a great place to send them. So you know how to find those URLs with LinkedIn. Let me just open it up here. Okay, so for LinkedIn, to find your URL, you can just go to your profile, and it'll show it to you. So right down here, under my photo, as you can see, I'm using the same photo. It's just my branding right now, my personal branding. So you would just copy and paste this link in your social networks right there. And for Facebook, you would just go to your page and do the same thing. So not terribly complicated, but it is good that you have those in there because it's just another opportunity for people to connect with you. Display preferences. I don't think there's really anything in here that's going to help you with your marketing, but it's just personal stuff. Linked accounts. Again, this is a linked account for logging in to ChamberMaster. So if you clicked on, at the login screen, if you clicked on Google or Facebook or one of those things, that's going to show you that right there. All right, so we've completed all the marketing stuff that you can do for your personal. Let's go ahead into the company. I'm going to click on Profile. And this is going to basically show you how you can upgrade your listing. You can request it. That's that link. Like for us, it would be Ward, and that would put you in contact with them, and they'll help you basically promote your business or organization on the chamber website itself. And this would be more than what you're doing now. So you might get little banner ads and stuff like that. So we'll click on organization information. Again, this stuff should match exactly what your business or organization is listed at on Google. Okay, so that information in that text file, like your address, your phone number, all that good stuff, make sure it's exactly the same in these fields because it may be important as far as ranking and stuff like that. So I don't have basically any special instructions for this. Just make sure that you get that information right. If you have employees, you put them there. Again, this is something that's pretty self-explanatory and doesn't necessarily have anything to do with marketing. Right here on website information, this is where most of our work's going to get done. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure, again, this information here matches all of the stuff that was on your Google listing. Now this thing here, preview web page, you can open that in a new tab, and that's what I'm going to do here. And that I open it up in that tab so when I make changes, I can see if they appear here or not, just by refreshing this page. So this is exactly how my business listing looks on the chamber, and that's good. This is showing you, again, your social network services. So they allow you to have a different one. You can, if you want, put your business one here and your business one here and have the personal ones on the other one. Me, I've chosen to leave them exactly the same. Now, you're going to see here, web description, text content. This is the information right under the about. Everything you type in that box goes here in this about section. Okay, and so I've got some special stuff here showing up. I've got a video, I've got some links, and I'm able to do that rather than just plain old text because I know how to do it. I'm a web designer. So that's one of my gifts. So this is what I've done. I've included that, and let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. There we go. That might help a little bit, huh? Okay. So right here I've got web code, and I'm going to go through this step by step. So for the video, what you're going to want to do is, for YouTube especially, is you're going to match these numbers here. So this is the largest you can make that video and have it fit into this window, 650 by 366. So remember those numbers. Now, the way to get that code is to go to your video. Let me just pull up YouTube here. Okay, so I'm not signed in, but I'm going to see, let's see. 10 knockouts in the NFL. Okay, we'll try that one. I'm going to click on that video there. Let me pause it because I don't necessarily want to watch the video. I'm going to go to the share. So you would be on your YouTube page, and you would go to your share button and click on embed. And then you want to show more here. So this is kind of a preview of the code. Now you remember those numbers, right? The numbers from that video there were 650 by 366. So we're going to go over here and we're going to change this video to a custom size. We know we want it 650 wide. And I'm going to click the tab button, and that's going to automatically make this video 366. Now some videos are uploaded different sizes, but as long as you have the 650 width, that's what counts. The height may be a little bit different, but 650 is the number you want here. So once you've got this number in here, you can change a couple of things. Like if I wanted to show suggested videos, I'd click that, but I don't. And maybe I don't want player controls. And maybe I don't want the video title. So those are the options. You can check them or not check them based on what you want to do. All right, so now that we've created the embed code for the video, you'll just copy and paste this entire code. So copy all of that. And then come back over here to your About section, and you're going to paste it right there. So you paste it. So this is the video code. And then we're going to put a P there to make a blank space. So we got a beginning P, and at the end of what we're doing, we've got an ending P. And so this is what the P does. The P creates a paragraph, a space between the video and the next information. All right, so after that space, the P, then we've got a link. So this is a link to Fast Reputation Report. And then after the link, I've got a little BR here. So this is the link. So you would replace the link that you want with maybe your website. Now again, keep in mind, there are only so many characters. This is telling me I've only got 62 characters remaining. If your website is scrumpdilicious.com, it's going to be longer than fastreputationreport.com. So you may not have enough text characters to put everything you want to put there. So make sure that you be, I guess, short on the descriptions and stuff. So I could just put reputation report or just report or something like that. Just save space. But here it is. This is what a link looks like. So make sure you get that and change this HTTP part to your website. And then the target equals blank. That just means it opens up into a new tab. Then you put the description of the link. And this description in this case is just the name of the website. And then you have an ending A code, which kind of closes your link. So that's the entire link right there. So the only thing you're going to change is this link part and then this description part. Don't mess with the code. Don't forget to put anything there, or don't put stuff that doesn't belong there. Okay. So after the link, then we got a break in the line break. All right. So there's our link. And then as you can see, I've got a a line break. And so the next link starts on the next line instead of just being right here. That's what that little BR code is. Okay, so that BR is a break. Then I've got another link here, which is Manitowoc Buzz. Okay, so it's formatted exactly the same way. All right, it's got a different description for the different link. And then after that, I've just got some plain text that tells people it's on channel 20 on Comcast. And then I've got my closing paragraph. Now, if you forget to close this, it's going to screw up your page. And you don't want to do that. So make sure you do it exactly as I've done it. And that will work because it works for me. All right, so let me go back to regular size. There we go. So this right here, the About section, using that code and just substituting your video and your links will get you something that looks like this. Now, you don't necessarily have to use that, but video is a great way to introduce yourself and your company or your organization. And having these links is valuable because it can boost you in the search results for those things, because the Chamber is an authority site. Okay, back to the website info. Okay, so we're done with that, and at this point you would save changes. I guess before I do that, hours of operation, make sure your hours of operation match what you've seen in your Google listing, because that does matter. Every time Google finds something that matches your hours or your phone number or your address or your business name, just lends more credibility to your Maps listing. And you really like that, because the Maps listing or the Google My Business is what gets you the phone calls or gets you the clicks. Driving directions. Now, this is what you saw on my map page. This says click the About tab first, then I'll meet you just about anywhere for a good raspberry mocha. And then I've got my address there. Now, again, I'm a consultant, so I don't really have a lot of people coming to my place right now. Maybe I'll open up a big place later, but I don't need it right now. Most of the business I do is at somebody else's office or a coffee shop or something like that. So there's really no need for them to have driving directions. Hence, I'm giving them a call to action instead. And so what that looks like here is on my map page is this text here. So whatever you put there ends up on your map page. And we've already talked about this image here. Keywords. So keywords are things you probably already know your keywords for your business, since you're probably already doing some marketing and stuff. But if you don't, you definitely want to know what people are searching for in order to find you. And so using keywords helps people on the website find you on the website. So make sure you include everything that is relative to what you're doing. And then you would click Save Changes. Categories. Pretty straightforward. I don't think I can change the categories. So in our chamber, I guess they do that at the office. Just make sure you pick the stuff that matches your product or service. Logos. Now this is one of those upgraded features, so I can't put my logo here. I think it's the same thing with photos as well as videos. So if you want to do that kind of thing, they have a fee for that stuff, so you would just contact whoever your chamber representative is and do that. The map pin information basically is where I tell the Chamber Master Software to either use Google Maps or use an image. Now in my case, again, I'm a consultant. They don't need to come to me. Usually I go to them. So it makes sense for me to give them a different call to action. If you're a local business, you probably should click Google Maps, and that way they'll have the driving directions, and plus all that stuff goes into your Google Analytics too if you're tracking that kind of thing. So this is what a Google Maps map would look like, and you can change all of that kind of stuff here. And then you want to make sure that the stuff matches what you're doing as well, and then click Save Changes. The membership badge is not so much about your organization listing on the Chamber website. This is more or less giving the Chamber a link on your website. So what you would do, this is how it would look if I chose to create one and embed it on my site. I would click Generate, and it would give me the code. And you would want to, if you manage your website yourself, embed that code on your site on a page or a column or a sidebar or something like that. Or you can give it to your web guy or gal, and have them put it on your website for you, like in the footer or something like that. So that's how you would create a link to the chamber from your website. And it's not a bad idea to do that. It's a link that's an authority link that also lets you know, or lets people know, that you're a local business and that you're probably reputable, which is one of the things I do. Okay, so that pretty well covers it. I don't think there's anything else that would help you in marketing. Certainly billing. I don't have any billing information here. Um, but just having a great optimized chamber listing is going to be one of those things that is really going to help you get more traffic. Because, like I said, the chamber websites get tons and tons and tons of traffic. And it just makes sense to utilize that, especially because people, if they're looking for your business or your service or your product, um, the more information you can give them, the better. But if they're just, let's say window shopping, trying to figure out you versus somebody else. Now, here's the thing. The truth is, most people won't do this. Most people won't watch this video this far. But most people won't optimize their site, and so they're going to miss out. So when they search for marketing, I'm going to look better than some of the other people on marketing. And whatever your organization or business sells or produces, the same thing. If they can get a little more information, like a little introduction or links to your site, that's just going to make you look a lot better and potentially, send traffic to your site or get you phone calls, get people to your business. So, hey, why not do it? You're already paying for your chamber membership, right? You might as well maximize that. Okay, so I'll close with hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions on implementing this, I'll be more than happy to show you what I've done. But since this is also a video, you could come back and watch this video as many times as you want and just pause it where you're having trouble. And again, like I said, it works now. It may not work tomorrow or 6 months from now. Chamber Master could change the whole thing. But as long as it works, you might as well take advantage of it. All right. If you have any questions, give me a buzz, shoot me an email. You can find my information on the Chamber website.